AVC, John here. Finally finished the contract I've been working on down in Hampshire, where I've been working for a year and a week. So reorganisation sorted, and now I've got 3 weeks off before I start a new job in Birmingham, which fairly fundamental reorganisation of a department. But what it means is that for the next 3 weeks I am a man of leisure, and I've got a lot planned. I've been thinking about this for weeks, what I'm going to be doing. There's going to be quite a lot of music listening. I'm going to catalogue a lot of the stuff that I've got in here. I've got lots of jobs to do around the house that I've been putting off because I've only had weekends to do them. Last couple of days I've been sorting my son's car out. He's due back from university. He's starting a new job in, I think, 4 weeks, on a year out from uni before he's going back. So, a bit of a time of change. And what a lot of it is going to be about just really immersing myself in the music collection. So again, it's a bit of I always find it a bit of a weird time of year, May, because both my kids' birthdays are in May, and my daughter's 17 on Friday. And for those of you that have got children, fortunate enough to have children, there comes a point in your life when you can remember the age that you are. You can remember your parents being, so I can remember my parents being my age as I am now, and now I can remember, and I'm looking back and I can see my daughter, and she's 17, and I remember when I was 17 there was a song in the charts by the Regents called 17, and a few of my friends were taking their mick out of me and singing it on the day I was 17. So 33 years later, I've now got another milestone as my daughter. So anyway, she's... what I did today was I went and booked a table for us to go out on Friday, and then I popped to a record shop that I go to a lot in Rugeley. Probably go again on Friday actually, because I'm due to meet Harry. But I picked up 4 things today, and I just want to show those to you, and then the really big major bargain that I've secured this week. So first, I always go through the pound boxes as well as the normal stuff, and I pulled this out. It's Reckless Eric. I thought, oh, that's in excellent condition, really. I think it's a 1980 album. This is Reckless Eric on Stiff Records, called Big Smash. Only when I researched it, it was supposed to be a double album, like a compilation. So there's the UK issue of Big Smash, and then a US only compilation came as a double, but there's only one single album in this, and that is Big Smash. And obviously I didn't have my glasses on because I'm so vain that I won't wear them in the shop, and I didn't read that and realise that it's probably either Spanish or a Portuguese import. So I'm looking forward to listening to that. It was only £1. It's in really good condition, on Stiff Records. So that was the first one out of the pound box. Then I found this in shrink, Wide Awake in Dreamland by Pat Benatar. Originally cost £6.99 from HMV. Unusual in the UK in that it is in shrink. So whether that denotes that it's an import, but no, it says here first published in the UK by Chrysalis Records Limited, 1988. So clearly it wasn't. So, but it is unusual, and again, I just thought, well, it's in shrink for £1. The other interesting thing though, it says HMV there, but in the sleeve, somebody stamped. Or was it the Reckless Eric one that was stamped? I noticed in one of them stamped. Oh yeah, Reckless Eric was stamped just inside there. John Menzies, which was a newsagent in the UK, and that came from Warsaw, which is not a million miles away from here, and this one was HMV. There's no stamp in this. Another tip in the UK is that Woolworths, who have gone bankrupt now, they don't exist in this country. There might be an online presence, but they always used to put a little sticker, like a price sticker, inside with a number on it, and that would be, and a date of when it was sold, handwritten. And I often look for those because the actual number denotes the branch. So if I'd got that knowledge, I'd be able to trace it, and I could find a number of these records that were purchased in Woolworths that would have that indication on them. So that was £60.99, still in shrink. But as I say, that is unusual for the UK because they didn't do that. So those are my pound box finds. Now, the beauty of the VC, one of them, is the information that goes around, and there's quite a number of fans of Pete Murphy and Bauhaus. And I'm not a fan of either of those two people, or that band and that person, but it's just not one that I've picked up before. So I got the opportunity today to rectify that. And I've said before, there's an interesting connection between me and Peter Murphy, and that is that one of his songwriter collaborators used to live around the corner from me when we were kids. A chap called Paul Statham, and you can find his website if you want and see all the collaborations. And I've talked about it before, I won't do it again. But anyway, this is the first thing I picked up today, and that is The Sky's Gone Out by Bauhaus. It's the third album. I think it's from 82, 83. Now, it's known that the rarity, the booked one, is that it had an additional free album with it. And that was called something like Press the Eject and Hand Me the Cassette. This isn't that. This is just the standard, The Sky's Gone Out. I've listened to the first two tracks. I really like it. And I'm really looking forward to listen to that some more. And I think the great thing about the VC is it can set you off on down routes. So I suspect I will end up with quite a lot of Bauhaus albums and Peter Murphy albums over the time. The fourth thing was, I usually try and buy maybe a few second hand, but then I always one new album, and this is the new vinyl that I bought. It's unopened, and this is the Lemonheads, the Hotel Sessions. I've liked the Lemonheads for a long time, since Come On Feel the Lemonheads came out, and I've subsequently bought It's a Shame About Ray, which came out before then. There's a previous album that's just slipping my mind just at the moment what that's called, and then Evan Dando's solo album, which I also love. But I've got nothing on vinyl. I just spotted this, and it's got some songs on there which I already know, like Big Gay Heart and It's About Time, which was supposedly about Juliana Hatfield when she was with him, and I'll Do It Anyway, which is off Come and Feel the Lemonheads. So that is something I'm really looking forward to listening to. Now, the real big bargain of the week, and I know some people don't like Facebook, and I can take it or leave it. Sometimes I can get into some conversations, and other times I'll look and think, why are you posting that on there? It's not interesting at all. But so I dip in, dip out, but the spread of information is fantastic. And a week last Thursday, it seems a lot longer than that now, but a week last Thursday somebody posted, and I've forgotten his name now, so I'm sorry, saying that the Canadian Amazon had priced up the Smashing Pumpkins re-release box set from last year of Melancholy and Infinite Sadness. This came out last year, 4 LP, remasters, a lot of information. Now, at the time on Amazon in the UK it's £130, and it was on the Canadian Amazon 45 Canadian dollars, which equates to £27. So I immediately got on there and ordered it, thinking there's got to be something wrong with it. It's not gonna work. And then there's all issues about the shipping costs, etc. Anyway, the Canadian Amazon charged me just under £7 Canadian for shipping, which brought the price in at £30. I then had to pay. All in, it all came to £27. That was including the £28 including the shipping through DHL, and it was in the country within 3 days. I then received a text, so I paid the £5 odd that it cost me for VAT, which I thought was, if you've got to pay it, you've got to pay it, and I paid the £5 administration charge to DHL, which is actually £3 cheaper than the post office charge. So all in, it's cost me £38. I turned up at home 3 days later, this was on Friday, and it had arrived, and this is it. I checked on Amazon again, and they've reduced the price down to £99.99. I paid £38 for this, so I'm absolutely over the moon. This is a fantastic set. I got the CD, I got the double CD when it came out in 1995 with a record token, or a record shop token, my brother-in-law Dave gave me for my birthday. So that's sort of dates, time of year it was. But this, 480 gram vinyl LPs. Now I've seen that some people criticise the the pressings, and they're not silent, it has to be said. But the artwork is outstanding. I mean, just compared to the CD, it's just a different class altogether. Those are just the sleeves. There's a proper sleeve inside each one of those, colour sleeve, and then there's the actual one for the polythene lined liner as well. And then there's two booklets. One has all the lyrics for each song, all illustrated, and then finally the actual the book itself, which has got a nice intro about the time when it was recorded and what they were thinking, and then some just great illustrations throughout there. Now, unlike Dean, I'm not the world's greatest box set collector, but for £38 for an album that you really like, I didn't think that is too shabby at all. So I've been listening to that a lot. I'm looking forward to getting into the albums that I've just showing you, particularly the Lemonheads. I'm going to do a few more videos. Obviously now I've got quite a bit more time on my hands. Final thing is, I would say, is I think it's just about a year since I first came on the VC, and I've never really pursued subscribers. I'm grateful for everyone that I get, and I went through 200 subscribers last week. I think I've got 202 now, after being stuck on 195 for what seemed like weeks. So thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for subscribing. I really appreciate the fact that you might be a bit interested, and I really look forward to your comments. So take care and see you soon.